So you've decided you want to be in charge of your own destiny. You're going to open a business. You are not going to have anybody tell you what to do. Well, guess what they didn't tell you about opening a business? There are a ton of things that require your time, energy, and attention. And it can be really, really daunting. But today, what we are going to talk about is how to take care of yourself physically and spiritually, so you are able to keep fighting the good fight until you finally figure it out, things click, and your business is a success. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am a little goofy today. I got to tell you, I was so excited about today's show, and I, for whatever reason, left or right, it is hot in here. It was like 50 something degrees for the last few days, and today it's above 90. I don't know. Mother Nature has a bug in her butt. I can't tell you what it is. So, welcome to the show. This is Digging from Darkness, Living in Light. My name is Elizabeth Spraggins. Oh my God. And today is a Monday. It's such a Monday. There we go. Welcome to Digging from Darkness, Living in Light. My name is Elizabeth Spraggins. I am the founder of All Joy Inspired and Digging from Darkness, Living in Light, a community built for people who have had some things happen in their life and they're trying to figure out a way to move beyond it. At All Joy Inspired, well, we're just awesome. We'll talk about that later. But today is April 10th. It is April, right? April 10th, 2023. And you guys are in for a treat today, because normally what we do here is we do coaching. We give you tips and tricks and how to get through life's experiences. And we've been a little, by meaning me, because I'm the only one here right now, right? We've been a little twitchy about going into the spiritual aspect of life transformation. Because, well, let's face it, a lot of people have a bug up their butt these days. And no matter what you do, it's never the right thing. So we're just going to go into it because this is who I am. And who you are might be somebody different. And that's okay. That's okay, because what makes us different makes us interesting, right? Oh, woosah. A little bit of a side note. I just the second before the camera went live, finished uploading the videos for today's show, so I have very few notes, so we are going to wing it, because you don't want to get stuck, you want to get started, right? And I'm teaching by example. Woo! So part of the spiritual aspect of becoming a business owner is learning how to manage your stress. Now, being spiritual can mean different things to different people. For instance, one that I know very well is to have a faith in a higher power I call Jesus Christ. Now, some people believe in Buddha, some people believe in Jehovah, some people believe in Allah. Many people believe many different things. And some people believe in spiritual healing, where it's not a deity, meaning it's not, an actual physical God or a theoretical God, but in spiritual healing, spiritual meaning energy. I happened to come upon and meet a very, very special person last month. Wow. Was it last month? Holy crap, man. Time is just one big blob. It's just one big blob. And this individual is so incredibly special. I knew right away, because part of being a life coach is learning how to read people. Wink, wink to all of you out there who aren't quite sure what you want to do. If you're good at seeing people as a whole, give life coaching, give it a thought. Okay. This person was instantly magnetizing to me. And I'm in a place and I'm not having the best of times, because I'm confronting some deeply rooted challenges that I wanted to resolve. So I wasn't super thrilled about my experiences, about confronting those issues that I was dealing with. Yeah, we'll go through that another day. So I met this person and she was magnetizing. Do you know what I mean? When you meet somebody and there's something about them that just draws you to their space, like you want to be around them and you feel the need to talk to them and interact. So I did. And she was very, very kind. And I found out a lot about this very special person who, by the way, for all of you in Digging from Darkness, Living in Light, our Facebook group, hey guys, hey. This person is one of our newest additions and also one of our group experts. So without further ado, let's get this party started. Today we're going to talk about Priya Sudarsanam. She is someone that I had the honor of meeting not too long ago, who is also a business owner, but she is a particularly special kind of business owner. And we are going to go into what it is that she practices today and how her skills can help you. Yo! That was like super brief because I didn't want you guys to get, lose your attention span. And right now, by the way, my attention span is hanging off of the walls because there's so much going on. And we're going to talk about Priya and we're going to talk about her for a reason. And although I just kind of launched this on her, so she is going to do an on-air interview with us very soon, hopefully. Today it wasn't possible, but we send her our love and hope that she feels honored and respected by our show and our discussion about what she does. So Priya, if you're out there and you're watching, we love you. You are so wonderful. And everything that you do, you make the world a brighter place. Thank you for being you. Okay, Mr. Miyagi, which happens to be one of our things that we're doing today. So the video is kind of short, but we're going to go over it just a little bit so you guys get a better idea of why I'm bringing this to you and why I believe Priya is such a powerful entity to interact with as your journey as a new business owner. As you're learning all of these new things about your business and you're learning finances, right? I mean, that all by itself is enough to make somebody want to crawl in a corner. When you start learning about business finances and raising capital and taxes and licensing and all of that stuff that you need to do to be a successful business. If you're new to all of this, you're probably crying in the back of your room somewhere thinking, why did I do this to myself? I get it. I do. I totally get it. I get it. I've had a few years of experience at this and it still makes me wonder. It totally does. Oh man. All right. I'm not going to get distracted. I'm working on it. So while you're learning these new things about being a business owner, and then on top of all of that, you've got to deal with splitting your time between creating a business or making your business profitable to working in whatever it is you're doing for a living while you're doing this other thing in your free time. And you're being pulled in these different directions, and maybe your work is starting to suffer, or maybe the closer you get to your new business being great, the more unhappy you are with what you're doing for a living right now. Oh, this is a song and dance which I wrote. I get it. I totally get this. I get this. I have a tiny little piece of my former lifestyle still operating. I have very little to do with it. Very little. But I hate it so much because this new business brings me so much joy. So I get it. If you're working another job while you are putting effort into making your new venture grow, that can be really hard to handle. And then we got another elephant in the room. If you're juggling these two, chances are you have very little time left for your spouse, your children, or your friends. So now you're juggling all three. And what usually winds up happening is that the stress can start affecting you physically. It can start affecting you, which bleeds into other areas of your life, like your energy to be able to devote to these things, which require a lot of focus. I don't know how many times I sat in my chair in my office thinking about, why did I do this? Why? This is really, really hard. Why am I venturing out? What was I thinking? And then while you're doing these things and dealing with the needs of your family and your friends, guess who gets left out of that? You. You get left out of that. So what do we do? What do we do? Because A, B, C, and D are all getting all the energy and attention. So what are you supposed to do? You're only one person, right? Yeah, I get it. I get it. You know, you're taking out loans to either buy or rent property, or to, to gain equipment that you need to do your job, or to hire help. And you're not making enough money anymore to pay all those bills to get this business started, because you're spending so much time over here, you're not working your job anymore. And then the husband or the wife is kind of like, where's all of our money going? Yeah, it's a lot. And it is a very necessary thing to address, is the stress that this puts on you, because it can make you sick. It can make you sick, and it can put you in an early grave. And we don't want that, because you're around for a reason. And you've got this vision, and you want it to be amazing and wonderful and life-changing. But what most people do is they forget to take care of themselves. You can't do that. As much as you want to spread yourself super thin between all of these other things that you have going on, it is absolutely critical that you protect the foundation of everything that you're doing, which is you. And with that, we are going to talk about stress management in the form of spiritual healing. Now, there are different kinds of stress management, and some of these come in the form of spiritual healing. And the first one, OMF. I'm getting my gold star for today. Okay, so we're totally winging it today, you guys. Thank you for being patient. Wow, that did not come out right at all. Okay, so the first form of stress management for me is my Beard Vet coffee. Beard Vet and Beard Vet products, owned and operated by veterans. Love you guys. Oh crap, that's still hot. Dang. Is called cranial sacral therapy. What? It's Monday, woman. I don't have enough attention span or desire to hear these BS words. I know it sounds fancy and it sounds hoity-toity, but it's the actual term for it. What most of you might know cranial sacral therapy to be is the palpitations of the joints in your skull. Did you guys know that there are joints in your skull? I mean, if you've had kids, you know, because they come out lopsided and then things fall into place, kind of like breast in place. They look a little goofy first, but there are joints, kind of like tectonic plates in your skull. And these are all surrounded by nerves and muscles and things that keep all of this looking right? So cranial sacral therapy, I actually found this to be super interesting. And if you're really lucky, your barber or your hairstylist will implement this in your service. Cranial sacral therapy is an alternative therapy using gentle touch to massage the joints in the skull. It focuses on the central nervous system to help the body as a whole work at its highest possible potential. This is fantastic for people that tend to get migraines, or those who stare at computers all day, or any type of stress that gives you headaches or insomnia. Right? So we all know, like, when you are looking at a lot and you've got it's heavy on your plate. I don't know, what's going on right now? Did I lose you guys? It's my Monday. Okay, there we are. Don't sweat the small stuff, right? I can't tell you. I'm in a good mood today. Why? Because I'm honoring a friend, and I get into a really great mood when I have a chance to showcase the talents of people who are making a difference in the world. So if you go to the barber, for you men, and, or the hairdresser for you women, and you're getting that shampoo and, oh, they're going like this, what does that do to you? It like makes you want to fall asleep, right? It washes the tension out of your face. Maybe that release goes down to your neck or your shoulders. When cranial sacral therapy is utilized, it's sort of like going to a chiropractor or an acupressurist. Of course, there are it is an alternative therapy that is used to recenter the body so it can. Oh, hell, I'm not wearing my glasses. It helps the body as a whole work at its highest level. Because when you've got tension and you've got tightness in the joints around your skull or around your face or the bottom of your neck, your brain is going to be distracted by that. And your ability to focus your energy and your concentration is going to be depleted. So cranial sacral therapy is one of those things that helps you rejoin that piece that's missing from everything else you're doing and adding another soldier to your army of awesomeness. That's what I mean. Okay. Now, of course, there are other forms of spiritual therapy that you can do, and some of you might be familiar with these. How about when you're going out with your friends, or you're cleaning up your house, or exercising? What do? Boom. Okay. If you're going to the gym and you forget your earphones or your earbuds, does that change your workout? I mean, on multiple occasions, if I forgot my earbuds, I would get back in my car and go home and get them, because when you're doing something really hard, the sound of the music will either distract you or help you focus more deeply on a difficult task. Well, oh, heck, I skipped ahead. We're just going to roll with it because F it. Sound therapy is one of those things that evokes an emotional response, and that will instigate a physical reaction. Sound therapy, to me, is the most basic, most natural form of alternative therapy possible. And I have used this, and I'll tell you guys a story once we get past the next thing, because I totally went out of order. Give me a second. Wait. All right, sound therapy. Here we go. Another form of soul embodiment is sound therapy. Now, sound therapy is a form of sensory therapy that ranges from music to sound baths. It can work to calm, energize, empower, and heal. It works by tapping into your emotions to have a physical response. Pretty cool, right? I mean, there are other uses for sound therapy, of course, but most people are familiar with the going to the gym or driving and turning on the music. Music gets into you, and if it's something that you're familiar with, it can make you feel things. And when you feel things, your body reacts to that. Sound therapy is a form of sensory therapy. It has been used to do. Oh, nope. Skipping ahead again. We're just all kinds of jacked up today. And you know what? I am okay with myself. You okay with yourself? If you're not, give me a call. We'll talk about it. Okay. But it is a powerful thing. Think about like your wedding song, or if you go to church, a hymn that means something to you, or the song playing the first time you had your first kiss. You remember these things. So when it comes to dealing with stress, music can be a powerful ally to putting a leash on how that stress is affecting you, whether it be your focus, your physical state of tension, or even your health. When I had a horrifying, near fatal surgical injury, a couple years ago. It was actually 4 years ago this July. Wow. I actually thought I was going to die. Not kidding. And it was a devastating, traumatic event. And one of the things that my surgeon used as part of my treatment was music therapy. Now, it wasn't as in depth as the sound bowls or the pitchfork, but sound was used to help me heal by keeping me calm. So my heart rate would be down and my cortisol levels, that's a brain thing, I think. Yeah, it's cortisol. Would allow your body to heal from what it is that you're going through. Now, when you're stressed out and you've got all of these stress hormones going on in your body, it can cause sickness. It can cause depression. It can cause anxiety, insomnia, lots of things. And sound therapy is a wonderful, I would say almost magical intervention in that situation. So think about that next time you put on a song and it makes you smile or makes you want to dance. Boom. That's some spiritual healing, yo. Oh. Okay, next. We have got something, and I am new to being exposed to this word. But before we go into it, we are going to take a quick sponsorship break because we got to pay some bills. Woo. At All Joy Inspired Store, we have a variety of gifts to give to someone who's making changes. Make them smile, whether that be a t-shirt or a funny coffee mug or even something inspirational. Our customer service is always standing by, and of course, we are a proud supporter of Beard Vet and Beard Vet products. All Joy Inspired Store, thank you for supporting our mission. Thank you so much. We do have to do that every now and then just because. Goodbye, something. Okay, next we're going to talk about something called Reiki. I hope I said that right. Reiki is, well, this is an interesting topic. And I think we've all seen this in movies before. Specifically, I believe of one thing that pops to mind right away is the Karate Kid. You remember that Mr. Miyagi, right? And he's all... And of course, his hands got warm, but he stuck his hands on where Daniel was hurt. Remember that movie? I don't know. If you were born before 1984, you've seen that movie. I'm sure you have. Don't talk to me if you haven't seen Karate Kid, because I can't get along with you people. But the whole premise of energy transference, right? We're going to get into this. Reiki is based on the idea that an unseen life force energy flows through us, and that is what causes us to be alive. It's been used to aid with the side effects of anesthesia and chemotherapy, and has also been known to treat heart disease, anxiety, infertility, autism, and fatigue syndromes. I don't know what's going on with the sound. I can't tell, and I won't be able to know until after the review if something, wacky is happening. But Reiki is based on the belief that energy flows through the body, and it has to do with your physical state. The energy that flows through the body is what makes us alive, right? Sort of like your spirit. And what Reiki practitioners believe is, and don't quote me on this because I've had like 3 days to put this together, but I'm fascinated by it. So I will continue to learn more. Reiki is the belief that when we become injured or we're traumatized by something, that energy can get stuck and it can manifest as a physical discomfort or even an illness. Reiki is also used in conjunction with medical treatment to help remove that energy, which might be getting in the way of the body healing. Some jerk keeps calling me. Stop calling me. I'm on the air. Leave me alone. Oh my God. For instance, when I had my breast implants removed, I had learned that all of the muscles on the right side of my chest had detached and rolled up into my shoulder. I had to have all of this I had to have it all sewn back down to my rib cage. It was a devastating injury. Devastating. Freaky that I had no idea what happened, but of course, putting a giant implant in my chest would do that. But part of healing, again, and my doctors and coach in Las Vegas, really awesome people, they universally agreed that many different facets were required to get me through what I was going through. Because if you have an injury or a trauma and you start getting like a backache, right? Like your shoulders hurt all the time. Or for those of you out there, especially I know a lot of you income earners or breadwinners, I should say. I know that you typically get very tired. Why not? You're working your ass off all day, every day, right? Or single parents, or parents of young children, or caretakers. You have aches and pains, right? Because life is hard and stress is kind of kicking you in the neds. I get it. I get it. Totally get it. So what Reiki does is it guides the body and the life force to that area of discomfort that is caused by the stress. And it helps unblock that flow of energy so that physical discomfort then goes away. So this is used to treat a variety of conditions, medical injuries, of course, in conjunction with your medical doctor. I'm not trying to go to jail or get sued. In conjunction with medical treatment. But sometimes when people are so tense and they're so upset about something, medicine has a harder time working. So I highly recommend Reiki. So getting back to one last form of awesome spiritual healing, and then we're going to go into why Priya Sudarsanam is such an amazing practitioner. Another form of soul embodiment. Oh, hell, I messed that up. Using quantum healing, practitioners guide people to wellness by helping them connect more deeply with their conscious, subconscious, past lives, and other dimensions. When done in conjunction with medical treatment, quantum healing is highly beneficial for treating very serious health issues. Now, you might be wondering, right? You might be wondering that don't all of these things kind of sound alike? I mean, yeah, to somebody who's new to being exposed to it, yeah, they sound alike, but they're different in very small but very effective and powerful ways. So, for those of you who are brand new to all of this, if you think it's some sort of witchcraft and, or it's just bogus, it's not. And now we get into my favorite part, which is my experience with Priya's service. Priya owns a business. It is called Still Point. No, heck. Oh, yeah, I have it written down. I'm a jerk. Okay, excuse me. Today we're going to talk about Priya Sudarsanam. She is someone that I had the honor of meeting not too long ago, who is also a business owner, but she is a particularly special kind of business owner. And we are okay. Still point quantum healing and coaching. Yes, it's soul embodiment coach. Oh, I am really tired, you guys. So tired. I stayed up super late last night doing this research, and I'm doing my very best today. So remember, don't get stuck, get started. Okay. And thanks to Beard Vet Coffee for getting me through my day. Oh my gosh. So these are all similar in one way or another, but they're also very different. Why is this red? Crap. I don't know. I don't know what's happening right now. I've got a red mark here. Okay. But my experience with Priya was when we were at our educational conference that we were at, which if you guys want information about that, let me know and I will hook you up. But what we were doing is we were attending a conference for business owners who were kind of having one trouble or another with moving forward in their development. And I attended this, and it was a wonderful experience. I got to address some things, and I met her, and I was fascinated by this person. Priya walked up to me in the middle of this really difficult, challenging experience that we were all going through. And she walks up to me with this big, bright smile, and her eyes were lit up, and she introduced herself to me and just started talking to me. You know, you get a vibe for people. And I got a vibe that she was just an awesome lady, and I wanted to know more about her. So she was telling me about her business, about being a speech pathologist or early childhood development. And she actually co-founded a business called Avenues Early Childhood Services. And I want you guys to go check that out. I will type it in the comments or something after the show so you guys can go check out these websites. But she started talking to me, and I got the sense that this person I was speaking to, this new person I'm meeting for the first time, she was looking right into me. And I'm like, yo, hold on, lady. Like, I don't know you like that. But her words were so kind. They moved me. And I asked her after we were done at our conference if I could make an appointment with her. So we set one up. And she asked me some questions. Now, there is a consultative approach to figuring out what areas of these spiritual healings will work best for you. But she uses all of them in one way or another, and her practice, it flows. And by the time the appointment is over, I felt physically different. I am a believer in Jesus Christ, but I am also a believer in spiritual energy. I believe that passed on loved ones come and visit us. I believe that energy is real. And I believe that the exchange of energy, therefore, is possible. So I gave her service a try. And I got to tell you, I felt a physical difference of tension, of fear. I've been dealing with a health concern, and I've been terrified about it. Absolutely terrified. And through our appointment, I was able to physically feel the tension on my insides sort of evaporate from my body. Does that mean that the illness went away? Did she heal the illness? What I can say concretely without a doubt is that the tension I was feeling around that fear of that condition that I'm dealing with was making it much worse. And no matter how awesome I try to be about relaxing and meditating and praying and journaling and all that happy stuff, I still carried that physical tension. And what she was able to do was to find it by helping me think into myself and more deeply into myself by asking the right questions and helping me to see where it was that I was holding this. And through the sound therapy and the Reiki and quantum healing, and I can't say we did cranial sacral therapy because it was an online virtual appointment, but that does work too. Because when I go to my hairdresser, I just take my money, girl. Just take all my money. Just rub my head and take my money. Don't get nasty. But she was able to help me help myself get rid of, eject, banish this physical tension I was carrying. And ever since, I have been feeling lighter as a person, as if a weight of worry, physical weight of worry is gone. Now, when you're opening new businesses and you are juggling a job, a business, a family, and then your health, that can put this physical tension on you. And if your traditional ways of handling your stress isn't working, or it's not getting rid of the problem, I highly recommend this. You can find Priya in our Facebook group, and her name is in the description. I had like 0 seconds to finish preparing this. I'm an asshole. I know it. I was so excited. I got lost in translation. I recommend checking out her website. That's in here somewhere too. Dang it. I'll tell you what, I'll do you justice, Priya, and I'll put your website in the description after we're done the show today. So, are you having trouble with sleeping? Are you under an extraordinary amount of stress? Is your business not developing like you really hoped? Or is it taking a long time to profit? Is your spouse getting upset with you for trying this wonderful new thing to make life better for everyone? Are you having marital issues? Are you losing touch with your friends? Or are you generally just feeling unhappy, physically unhappy? You get up and you're already just dark for the day. And nothing you do, even though your amazing coach gives you tips and tricks, nothing you do, it is a physical condition. I deal with depression. I take medication for it, and I also employ behavioral treatments to make sure that it doesn't consume me. But I know what it's like when you're stressed or depressed or trying to make it through something. Priya, talk to Priya. And I know there are a couple of you out there who are watching who are dealing with some really heavy stuff right now. And I'm not going to out you because that would make me like a D-bag, but maybe this might help. I mean, it helped me. And I got to tell you, I had a mortal fear that something very terribly wrong was happening with me because of the injuries I sustained almost a year ago. Terrified. And I was carrying around this tension, this tightness that was not allowing my body to do what it was supposed to be doing. And ever since that tension is gone, I've been sleeping. I've been having dreams. How long has it been since you've had dreams? Right? I started losing weight rapidly. I mean, rapidly. And it's not because of the concern, but I started losing weight rapidly. I mean, like 0.4 to 0.5, anywhere, all the way up to a pound a day. Look at this. Do you see this? You see this? Go back in our earlier films and you'll see this, okay? I'm serious. I feel joyful. I'm not afraid. So give this a try if you guys are dealing with some residual physical tensions, or maybe you just want an advanced, super advanced meditation. All right. Wow. I am going to have Priya on the show for you guys to talk to. I consider her to be a friend of mine and a highly effective soul embodiment coach and spiritual hero. So I want to expose her to you more and more and more, because she is an ally in your journey to make all of this crazy stuff fit into one ball so you can play with it. Right? So that is it for today. We are going to go to the comments now because you guys are awesome. Oh, yay! Hi, Amanda. Digging a new hair. Hey, Liam. Liam Weiser is here, you guys. Liam, you're in for it because you're coming on for an interview too one of these days. Liam is he was pivotal in my development to leaving the adult industry. He made a big difference in my life, you guys. So if some of you actually know Liam because he's been a mentor for you too. But for those of you who are not familiar with the school that I went to and the support system that I have to help me be successful, Liam Weiser is one of my fundamental mentors. Dude is crazy. He's crazy. He's always making everybody laugh, but he has a way of explaining really difficult things in a way that's not condescending and still effective. So if you're on a journey, go talk to Liam. Liam Weiser in Digging from Darkness, Living in Light. He is one of our group experts and the head mamma jamma of all that is awesome. Talk to Liam. Thank you, Ivan. Oh, Ivan, we're having you back too because I want to know where you are at in your journey. I think you are so amazing. And Parajat, I hope that's your name. Oh my gosh. I see Jamal. Hi, Jamal Whitaker. Hi. You're on my list too. I'm eyeballing you too, Jamal. Interact with your subscribers. That will help you a lot. Well, thanks so much. But I kind of have the social media thing on lockdown. You know, I've got a few million followers worldwide. I got it figured out, boo. Right. How to send a donation. You can actually buy something from our store, alljoyinspired.store. Where's that damn banner at? Hold on a second. There we go. alljoyinspired.store. If you want to support the show, you can buy something. All of the proceeds from that store, from whatever you buy from that store, go directly to keeping us open and help us to reach out to people who need us. People that may or may not be able to afford the help, but desperately need it. Oi! So go to alljoyinspired.store and go buy something. Buy a t-shirt, buy a sticker. There are things as low as $2 and nothing is over $100. All military and first responders and their family members get a 20% discount on everything, even something that's on sale. So see the store for details. Where am I from? I am actually from my mother, who is a woman. I am from my mother. But if you want to know where I was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I was raised in South New Jersey and around Philadelphia. So like love, a lot of love for the East Coast, which explains my attitude problem. Oh, I've missed you guys. I've missed you. We have a few announcements and a few behind the scenes things to share. We got a lot going on. In the last 9 months now, actually 9 months in 7 days, it'll be exactly 9 months that I left adult work. And since then, with the help of people like Liam Weisner and Priya and Richard Bushner and Brett Grau and Catherine Santos and a bunch of other people in Digging from Darkness, Living in Light, I have been able to open not one, but 3 businesses in that time. Yeah, it's a lot. And I'm an a-hole for taking it all on at one time, but that's just how I do things. It is possible. It is totally possible. Yeah, you're a human being. Oh my God, it is not easy. It's not meant to be easy, because if it was easy, everybody could do it, and then it wouldn't mean anything. But it is possible. I have attention deficit disorder. I navigate depression. I have physical injuries. No matter what it is you're going through, if you want something different out of your life, it's possible. Do the work, commit, and it is possible. It's not going to be an overnight process, and that's something that some people fail to remember when they feel like giving up. It's not an overnight thing. It takes work. It takes commitment. It takes making your why more important than everything else. And I'm looking at you, because I talked to you earlier today. You're kind of feeling discouraged. I get it. You got a lot going on, and it's not falling into place in the way that you had hoped. But if you give up, it never will. If you keep going, it probably will. Because I believe all things happen when they're meant to, and we don't know why until it is done. So with that, I want to say thank you to all of you for being a part of the show today. And we are going to have Priya on for a live interview. And I am going to get Jamal Whitaker on here soon, Ivan, the rest of you. And that is it for Digging from Darkness, Living in Light. You guys make my world wonderful. Thank you for being here. I will see you next week, Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My name is Elizabeth Spraggins, and I am the founder of All Joy Inspired. Bye.